Well, welcome back. Always a good time to find a couple of those summer reads. And as summer is winding down, you might get a couple of different routines going on, but you also might be looking for some new books to possibly crack open. And Emily Harris joining us to talk more about some of the books that we have left out here that you can maybe get into this fall. So The Housekeepers is one that you've kind of read a bit of all of these, but this is one that's really kind of piqued your interest. What is it that you've seen so far for The Housekeepers?
Well, it takes place in the past, in the early 1900s, and it's Downton Abbey meets Ocean's 11. So Mrs. King is the main character, and she is wrongfully accused or wrongfully fired. And the people in her past, her family, her friends, they're all like con artists and thieves, and she wanted a respectable life. So she was really proud of her job. And so when she gets fired, she wants revenge. So she gets a gang of women together, and she wants truth and money, but mostly truth, but the money is good too.
And for this, so you say it meets Ocean's 11, so there's no lasers that we're ducking under, so too early in that time.
Too early for lasers, but if they had them, they would be using them for sure.
So 0 days going down the line. What else have you seen from this as well?
Well, speaking of lasers, so the main character, Jack, and her husband run a company where other businesses hire them to break into their businesses.
Okay.
And then show them where the weak spots are. So both physically and digitally, they try and break in. And they have a routine assignment, and it goes very wrong. And Jack's husband dies. And she is the only suspect, and she needs to prove her innocence and decide who she can trust.
I feel like there's not a lot of people that are trustworthy in these first two books, is what it seems like, I guess.
Yeah, that's what makes them fun.
Is Hello Beautiful a little bit more, I don't know, people loving each other here and there? Or
It's more mellow, yeah. So it is about William, the main character. He meets a family of 4 sisters. And his family has a tragic past. And these sisters are just light and wonderful, and he loves them so much. And then something happens, his secret comes to light. Something happens, and it jeopardizes both his family and this family of sisters. It's kind of an homage to Little Women.
Okay.
So if you like Little Women, you might like this one. Also, Oprah really recommends it, so you can't go wrong with Oprah.
So you get a recommendation, everyone gets a recommendation. Final recommendation here, you have a 4th book down here, and a little bit thicker, but what have you kind of dissected so far?
So it looks intimidating, but it has short chapters. It's beautifully written, really well reviewed, and it is about 3 generations of a family, and they're cursed. So at least each generation has one person who dies by drowning. So it's about their pain, and there's twists. It's hard to describe without giving things away.
Of course.
But it'll take you a long time to read, and you can use it as a doorstop when you're not reading it.
Well, I might not have it stop my door. I'm going to have it closed just because I will need a lot of AC to, that or just put me in the water somewhere if I'm going to read all this. But thank you again. Always good to see you. Got a couple good reads here as the end of summer winds down. We got one more check of the forecast coming up after this.